Hi everyone, welcome to the Soft Edit intro. Also going to answer a few fun questions that were thrown in here by my producer Bree. I have no idea what they are going to have on them, so let's see. Hopefully some of them are fun. Great, okay, let's start with the first question. Who is Lewam? Ooh, that is a difficult question. So I'm Lewam, in case that wasn't already obvious. And I think I was discussing this with my first guest, Tabitha. The question of who you are often becomes something around the roles you play. So I'm going to try to answer it a little bit differently. I am a woman in my 30s. I am African. I grew up in the US, hence my accent that I cannot seem to get rid of. Grew up in Nairobi, but my parents are Eritrean. I think for me, who I am in this point in time is a woman that's trying to unlearn the life I'm supposed to have and learn the life I want to have, which is why I am bringing all of you on this journey with me and some of my guests and friends. Okay, what is our second question? Because that's the first question. Our second question is, where did the idea for the soft edit come from? Ooh, good one. It came from a series of conversations that I had with friends and also strangers that were navigating getting older, life transitions, unpacking, healing, and we're going through it alone, and really, really struggling because the journey felt so isolating. I think at this point in our lives, there's this idea that you're just supposed to have it all together and everything is supposed to work and everything is supposed to be perfect, when it's not. All of it is messy, all of it is hard, all of it is a work in progress. So I wanted to create this space to have these conversations openly so that nobody feels like they're going through life alone. And we called it the soft edit because in life and in social media, online, everywhere, you're learning and hearing these stories of success, of triumph, of all of the good things that people are doing. And you hear this like very sanitized version of the story instead of kind of the real, messy, up and down, non-linear version. So we called it the soft edit because we want the messy version. Yeah. So yeah. Okay, let's go to the next question. I hope it's not a hard one. Ooh, oh no, it's a hard one. What's one thing people don't know about you? I would say one thing most people don't know about me is that I have had my own difficult and traumatic experiences that created this version of who I am. I think it's so easy for people to see one dimension of who you are and think that you have everything sort of all together. And one of the things I've been navigating over the last few years is an evolving sense of self, and a change that's happening. So I would say something that people don't really know about me is that I am a work in progress too, and I'm also evolving, and I am not perfect, because I think some people assume I'm perfect, and I'm absolutely not. So yeah, that's my best attempt at answering that question, Brie. What would you like to be remembered for? Ooh, that's a beautiful question. I'd like to be remembered for making people feel understood and making them feel less alone and making some people's lives better. And I don't know how. Maybe this is one of the facets of me trying to do that. But yeah, I think I'd like to be remembered for making people's lives better. Oh, that was deep, Brie. Good one. Okay, next. What is your secret talent? Okay. So no one believes me, but my secret talent is I actually do a very good impression of Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. Should I do it? Okay. Oh, Hannah Moon's family. I thought that was pretty good. So if you're looking for a Stitch actor for Lilo and Stitch 2 voice actor, I am your gal. Please hit me up. Ooh, describe yourself in a hashtag. You know, a good friend of mine recently kind of said something to me about how we became close friends. And she said one of the things that shocked her about me was that I'm a very vulnerable and open person. So I would describe myself as hashtag vulnerable. Cool. That one was fun. I liked the hashtag question. Okay. What is the best piece of advice that you've received? What is the best piece of advice that I've received? This was like a quote or something someone told me in my early 20s. And I've only really started to appreciate it as I've gotten older. It's the older you get, the more you look like yourself. Love that, because it's true. And as you get older, you start to undo your expectations of what society thinks you should be and start to find your own path and start to actually look like yourself. So I love that, and I've held on to it forever. What's one ingredient you put in everything? Don't tell my mom, but salt. I love salt. I'm actually a little bit worried about my salt or hypertension levels as I get older, because I will put salt on food before I even taste it. I know. It's criminal for people who cook. I'm sure they're going to judge me for that, but it's true. What are 3 things you can't live without? Okay, should I answer this honestly or aspirationally? Okay, the 3 things I could not live without. First, my family, absolutely. Second, my friends. I think one of the things I've learned over the last couple of years is you need your friends and you need to rely on them, absolutely. And third, maybe to keep it a little light, although I really wish this wasn't the case, my phone. It's the worst. I really wish it wasn't the case, but it's true. My phone. What is your biggest fear in life? Ooh, that is a scary question. What is your biggest fear in life? That I'd live a life that other people wanted me to live, but not one that I wanted to live. Yeah, I think that's the biggest fear. And I think it's something I'm actively unlearning. I think it's something a lot of women are actively unlearning. But not only women, honestly, even men. I think there's this perception in society about what you should be. And shedding that is difficult, but who you should be does not exist, only who you are. So enjoy who you are. Next. What are you most excited about at this time in your life? Honestly, this. I'm not really sure where it's going to go, and I'm not really sure what it's going to become, but I like the openness and vulnerability that comes with it, and I hope that it helps other people as they're navigating kind of the ups and downs and transitions of life, because life is a roller coaster that never ends until it does. All right. What's the weirdest word in the English language? Okay. I was immediately going to say the word from Mary Poppins, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, but that's not a real word. The weirdest word in the English language is moist. I don't know who decided that needed to be there, but it just sounds gross. So I really think we should, as a community, just cancel the word moist. Please and thank you. Please sign my petition that Ian will throw out to the Gen Zs later. What is the most adventurous thing you've done in your life? Oh, this is a good one. I'm going to answer this honestly. I mean, I've done some things that an older version of me would consider adventurous, like a hot air balloon or riding a motorcycle. But I think the most adventurous thing I've done in my life is choosing myself when it was going to cost me everything. Terrifying as hell, but highly recommend. Always choose yourself. That's extremely important. Nope, just kidding. I thought I finished all Bree's questions. Ooh. How do you define beauty? I think I define it as authenticity. I think people are beautiful when they show up as themselves and not anybody else. Because I think what makes people beautiful is the unique and different little quirks that they have. And I see that in my friends and my family and the people around me, and I love them and I appreciate them. So absolutely authenticity. Authenticity is beauty. Okay, I think this is our last question. Yes, it is. Okay. What is the worst piece of advice you've received? Good one. And perfect last question. The worst piece of advice I've ever received is, you're running out of time. I hate when people say that. And they use it especially for women. You're running out of time to do this. You're running out of time to get married. You're running out of time to have a family. You're running out of time to do this. You're running out of time to do that. Because I think it's how society pressures you into things you don't want to do, or into things you're not ready for, or into things that don't feel authentic to you or where you are in your life or your journey. It's a way of society pressuring you to do things that maybe don't resonate with you. And there's a fear that as you get older, your opportunities stop and your ability to do all of these things stop. Your ability to heal, your ability to unlearn, your ability to make a different set of decisions. And it doesn't. Life is ongoing. Life is forever a roller coaster. And it doesn't matter if you're 21. It doesn't matter if you're 23 and a Gen Z like Ian. It doesn't matter if you're 35, you're 40, you're 60. All of it, the human experience, we're learning and relearning the same things all the time. There's so much that unites us. And yeah, you can do whatever you want to do whenever you want to do it. You're not running out of time. So I hate that. I hate that. And if any women are watching this, or if any people are watching this that have received that advice and it's crushing their spirit, it's never too late to do anything. You're not running out of time. I think that's it. So thank you for spending some time and getting to know me. Please follow the Soft Edit across all platforms. And I'm super excited for all of you to see the work we're trying to pull together, and for all of you to join us on this journey as we help you architect your life and make everything okay. I mean, I don't know that we're going to make everything okay, but we're certainly going to try. Thank you so much. Bye.